So guys, I have provided you sufficient example, sufficient mapping sheet. The first mapping sheet I have shown you, right, where you can directly copy and paste the things, right? In the tabular form, we have the different set of data. You have to just copy, right? In the second requirement, we have seen, everything you have to map manually, and we have also seen how we can map the GitHub requirement. Okay, so the concept is same. If you map one,
Your voice is muted, because
set. Sorry. So guys, in we have discussed I think three types of the requirement, right? So the first one is which I'm going to share. So first one is this one, right? Where we have to just copy and paste, and the data should be given in the tabular form. The root, method, type, full root, what description is, what request body you have to pass, right? How to compare the data, right? So all the things, ready-made is there, right? Now we discussed the second requirement. The second requirement was this one, right? This is the second requirement, right? So for this requirement, we have created our JSON server in our local machine. Okay, and here you can see they will provide you the description, header, what method you have to pass, what parameter which you have to use, what data type is this, where you have to pass, what description is this, right? So everything they will provide you, just you have to map this thing, right? After mapping the if you map the thing successfully, then you can apply the scenario. If your mapping is not completed successfully, then you will get the error message, you can't connect with the server. Okay, so we have discussed these all requirements like post, put, patch and delete, right? And we have also discussed the GitHub requirement. I have also provided you the GitHub reference. Here you have to go to the repository, go to the repository section. Yeah, here you can see this is the repository requirement, right? So you can pick this requirement also. Okay, and we have multiple requirement also. These all are the requirement, guys, right? If you very much confident in the repository, then you can pick up anyone. Okay, either you can pick them the organization, package, project, right? So it will be same concept. If I go to the organization, you can see it here. It will give you the explanation, right? And what method, what resource you have to pass, what properties you have to pass, what parameter, what value you have to pass, right? And this is the base URL, right? And how the response will looks like. Okay, so they will provide you, like here you can see get an organization, like here what we are doing, get the list of organization, all the organization. Here what we are doing, get an organization, a particular organization. Here you can see I have used the curly bracket, right? So that means that is the dynamic data, right? So here you will see to update an organization. Okay, now guys, you have to do the practice. Okay, I have provided you sufficient mapping sheet, sufficient requirement. Okay, now there is one more requirement, that is Swagger. So what happened in the real time, this three requirement we will get it from the client, depends to project, right? In some of the project, but very less very less company actually using this requirement, the Swagger. Okay, so Swagger is also the API tool actually. Okay, the Swagger, if you go here and type Swagger, okay, Swagger, here you can see, yeah, here you can see Swagger is an interface description language for describing the RESTful API expressed using JSON. Okay, so using Swagger, you can do the API testing. Okay, so this is API documentation tool or designing tool for the team actually. So yeah, this is used by the company, but very less company using the Swagger actually. So Swagger is used to create the API documentation and for the designing for the tool. Okay, so one of the student has asked me in earlier classes that if you get the requirement in the Swagger, right, as a API documentation, then how you can map this thing in the Postman or any other tool, how you can map this thing. Okay, so what happened, the client will provide you the the Swagger URL, right? In that URL they will mention everything, they will mention everything, like this is the Swagger Pat store, right? And here you can see these all are the requirement. If I go through this requirement, let's suppose this is one requirement, operation about users, right? This is the another requirement, access the Pat store. Okay, so this is your requirement. Now you have to map this thing into your Postman, right? So let me close all the tab, close, close, close. And guys, one more thing, I want to update you that uh, I will start the performance testing class on 21st August. The timing is evening 4 to 6 o'clock. 2-hour classes and half an hour for the doubt session, right? So 21 August, I will start the new batch of performance testing, right? And the 15th August, we have the demo classes, 15th August, right? So anyone, and the classes will be Saturday, Sunday, not Monday to Friday, only Saturday, Sunday, 2-hour classes. Saturday 2 hours and Sunday 2 hours, and half an hour for the doubt session. Okay, so 15 is the demo class, and from 21 I will start the regular class. So if anyone is interested, then let me know, or any of your friend is interested, then let me know. I will share the registration form, you can register. Okay, and yeah, where I was here. So this is your requirement. So you can see it here, guys. It clearly say what method you have to select. Tell me, guys. Or we can select simple one. We can select, or I think this is the simple one, no problem. Yeah, we can select this one, no problem. So here you can see create user, create user. So what requirement this, what, how I can map this thing, guys? Tell me. The requirement is in front of you, everything, it's very similar, guys, which we have
It is
already
a
did.
post method.
Okay, so
And
what I will do, give me a second, one by one. So I have already created the collection. Inside the collection, I will create one folder. Inside that folder, give the proper name like Swagger URL, something like Swagger requirement. Okay, right? And then what I will do, I will have to create the request, right? I will create the request, and what is the method, guys?
post.
Post method. So I will go and select the post method. Now what is the base URL?
Base URL we need to look for.
Yeah, so we have to look for. So whenever the client map this thing, whenever the client map his requirement into the Swagger, so it will looks like that, right? The resource and the description and the the body which you have to pass and application JSON, right? And here you have to select the content time, which we are doing in the header, right? Right, guys? So what we have to do, what you have to do, I have to find the URL of this. So otherwise we have to take it from the developer, or let me execute this thing and get it from here. Yeah, here you can see this is your base URL. Okay, so let me copy this base URL, paste it here. Okay, now guys, tell me what is the resource here? Users.
Yes, users is the
Right.
resource.
So I have passed the users here, right? Now it is the post method, right? So what you have to do, click on the body and select and the raw, right? And JSON. So I'm giving you 1 minute to look at this requirement and tell me what I have to do. Look at this requirement, this model requirement, and you have to ask me. I'm giving you 1 minute and I will come back in 1 minute. Okay. Tell me now. I think I have given you time. Now tell me how I can do. Guys, you can
It
mute.
is a JSON object.
Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Here. Give me a second. Yeah. Yeah, guys, help me.
JSON object.
So first I have to create the JSON object, right? So I have created the JSON object. Now, what I have to do, guys, you can mute. What
Username. Username.
property and ID. So you can see username and copy this username, and what I will do here, how I can create double quote colon and the value. So tell me what data type is this?
String.
Integer.
String. So
String.
username
String.
I have passed, let's suppose API test 123. I have passed the API test 123. Now first name. Okay, so first name, and what is the data type of the first name? Tell me, what is the data type of first name?
String.
String. Okay, so you don't have to worry actually that what data type I have to pass. This will, all the things the requirement will say. You have to just map. If you having any confusion in at any places, you have to discuss with your client. Okay, so what is the data type of first name? Again, string. So I will go here and pass the string value. Let's suppose last name. I'm passing last name. Okay, now comma, and what is the email ID? Data type email ID is ID. Let's suppose I'm putting the email ID, and data type is again string, right? So I will put here API test 123 at the rate gmail.com. Gmail.com. Correct, guys? Now, password. Password, I have to copy this password and go here and pass the password, and what password you want to create the string value. Again, let's suppose I am creating password like that. Okay, and 1 2 3. Clear?
Because can you send this URL of Swagger?
Yeah, let me send you so that you can also do it at your end. Give me a second. Okay, I have provided you. Now, phone number. Phone number is again a string. You can see again string. Okay, so I will go here and pass the phone number, and phone number is again in the string 9999 line. Okay, I have passed. Okay, now user status. Okay, I have to check what is the user status is asking. Okay, either 0 or 1. User status. Let me pass user status. User status is one property where you have to pass the integer value. You can see it here. So I will go here and pass it here. User status. Okay, to something like 1. Okay. Now, is anything is pending? Everything is done. Here you can see, if you click on the model, you will get the data type and the what value you have to pass. Okay, so when I execute this thing, when I click on execute, let me show you again. When I expand this particular tab, right, the create user, you will get something like that, where you will get the request body and how the response will looks like. Right, here you have to select try it out, right, and here you have to select execute. So you can also execute your REST API using the Swagger, but we are not going to teach you the Swagger tool. Okay, I'm just explaining you how you can map the thing from this Swagger. Okay, so everything is done, right? Let me connect. So I'm getting 200 type unknown, and message is something like that. So something we were passing wrong. Okay, phone number is PHON, I think, right? Let me check. Phone number I have passed the like that or not. Okay, correct. And let me pass the 0. Where is the mistake? Uh, Code 0, type unknown. Message is something like where what mistake we are doing actually. Let me cancel. Let me clear this Swagger. Clear this Swagger. And what I am doing here. Okay, content type is application JSON. So go here. I missed the content type. Go content type. I have to also map content type application JSON and call. Let's see. It again showing error message.
Content type was already there in headers.
Sorry, come again.
Content type was already there.
Yeah, let me deselect them. This one. That's why mapping is very important. If you not map the things correctly, you will can't connect with the server. You will not get the successful response. So that is an issue. Application JSON is done. Let me try to execute this call.
Is there any token also involved in this Swagger? Authorization token.
Guys, till now you can try to connect with the server and ask me where I am doing the mistake. I will come back in 1 minute. Okay, so I'm giving you time to resolve this issue. So this is our request, and you have to get the response. So try to map this thing. Okay, I have already shared the URL with you. Yes, guys. Have you mapped this requirement? Are you able to connect, or are you getting any error message? Okay, let's try to change it here. The string value as a API test, and first name as a test, and username as a API test 1 2 3. String value as a last name as a something like email ID as a API.
Hello. Yeah, because
Sorry,
I guess last name was not given there. Only the first name was provided.
where?
Uh, in that, yeah.
In my Postman request.
Yeah, first name. After that, you have given email. Last name you have not given. So that's why it's giving error.
Okay, let me copy this last name and try to do it here. So pass the last name, and okay, I have a first name. This is now first name. Okay, and put the last name. Okay, and why error this is comma. Let me try to connect. Again same error. Something we are doing wrong. Let me try to execute here. Actually, this issue is from their side or our side. Password 1 2 3, and okay, phone number 99998, user status correct, and let me execute. It also showing me the same error on the Swagger actually. Can you see it here? Same error I am passing. Uh,
Because can you tell where you find this URL? I'm not finding it.
Sorry, come again.
Swagger URL, API URL, where I can find it in this page.
Here.
API, yeah. I'm not able to find.
Okay, let me again open the Swagger. So you will get the Swagger. Now you can see this is the schema is HTTPS, right? And here you will see this all are the requirement. Anyone you can pick up. Okay. So this is the requirement. Here you have to click. Here you have to click. You will get the data type. Okay. And when you click on the try it out. Okay. Try it out. Okay. And you can execute this thing. Execute. You will get the URL. Okay. Okay, I think what mistake we are doing, guys. We map the things successfully. We map correctly. Last name. Everything we have did correctly. Where is the mistake? I think some issue from their side. I think from this service. Okay, let's try to map some other thing. Let's try to map this one, this requirement. Okay, or yeah, try to map this requirement. Okay, this is access the pat store order. Okay, so try it out, execute, and let's see you are getting the error message or not. Yeah, you can see it here. You get the error, right? So let's try to map this requirement. Okay, so I will go here now, guys. How I can map this thing? Tell me. Post method, right? And what is the URL? HTTP up to here, right? I can take the URL and pass that here, right? And what is the resource here? Tell me.
Store
order.
Store order, right? So I have passed the store order along with the base URL, right? I have passed. Now I have to select, guys, you can mute. Now I have to select the body, right? I have to pass the body. Now guys, tell me what is the body here? This is the body you had, which you have to pass. Pet ID, quantity, ship date, and status, and the complete. So basically what this functionality is doing, this particular requirement, this order, something, the pet animal order, like the pet ID, the quantity, ship date, and the status, something we are trying to order by this requirement. Okay. So you can see, if you go to the model, you can see all the data type. Pet ID is integer, quantity is an integer, ship date is an string, status is an string, right? And you can see it here, guys. I think in one class I have explained you, I think in the previous example, sometime you will, they will provide the value where, hi, here. Can you see it here? The type should be client, partner, and child. They will provide the value, right? So I think when we are using the make my trip, okay, when we are using the make my trip, so let me click on this drop down, not this drop down. Let me click on search. Click on search. Click on search. Book now. Book now. And continue. Continue. And then here you can see, guys, the mobile number, or add adult. Let me add adult. So first name I can pass any name, right? Last name I can pass any name, right? But here is the one drop down, right? Which, so tell me, here is one drop down. So this value is, who is deciding? The India, Afghanistan, the country code.
Customer.
The customer, right? So they are providing this value. I am not passing the value here, right? So similarly, in this case, the type, they will provide the value, which type you have to pass, either client, partner, and the child. They will provide you the enum value. Similarly, in this requirement, in the Swagger here, can you see it here? The status should be, the status of this order should be placed, approved, or delivered. If you are in the real time, if you are passing apart from this value, like if you are not passing place, approve, or deliver, you are passing some on value, then you will get the error message. You will get the error message because the customer has decided and developer has implemented, they defined this value for the status, right? So you have to pass the value using only these three. Okay, and the complete is true. Boolean means true or false. So can I use this data here? Is this correct? Can I use like that? Pet ID, something I like. Pet ID is 23. Quantity I want to order 2. Shipping date, let's suppose 21. Let's suppose I am putting the today date. So today is 21/8/9, right? Status is place and complete is true. So guys, I have correctly mapped or not? Done? Your mapping is done, guys, right?
Yes.
Now select the content type. Here you can see in the requirement is asking the application JSON. Content type you have to select, parameter content type. What you have to do, go and the Postman and select the content type, which I have already passed. Okay, and let's try to connect. Let's see I'm able to get the response or not. Can you see it here? I'm able to place my order, right? So guys, This ID who is generating?
Server.
Right. So have you seen these things is similar in all the requirement? When you are creating any data, the ID, unique ID is created by the server. Agree?
Yes.
Right. So you can see it here, whatever the data you have passed here, right? The page ID, quantity, ship date, status, complete, right? Same data you will get it here. Okay, so that's why in the previous class I told you, do not try to understand what is the meaning of page ID, quantity, ship, right? Because in every requirement the key is different. If you want to understand this thing, then try to understand your project requirement, key and value. Then it is beneficiary for you. Okay, so I have passed the value and get the response, right? So can you see it here? Can you see it here? Yeah. The response is similar to our response or not? Right? ID get generated, page ID, quantity, ship date, status, and true. Right? Same thing we are getting here. But value is different because we have passed some other value. That's why. Agree? Agree?
Yes.
Now,
Because yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yes, sir.
getting some error, disable SSL verification, could not get response when I'm doing post request.
You can select. I think here you will see one. This symbol. You can select this option. Click on that option. I think it will get resolved.
Only clicking on that option.
Yeah. I believe it will get resolved. So you can see it here. Now tell me, as what status code you have to verify? Tell me. You are getting 200. So is this correct or wrong? Tell me.
Correct, because it's for creation
Yeah,
of.
it is created. I know you are creating the data, but you have to also check this is part of your requirement or not, right? Because if you notice, when we are creating the data, we are also getting the 201. Agree?
Yes, it depends on what the customer gives in the output, like
Right.
whether
So customer,
200 or
they will use
201.
either 201 or either 200. So we have to check what customer has decided. You can see it here. Right? 200. Clear?
Means we need to get this exact status code when we are doing a
Yeah.
post
As
request.
per the requirement, we have to get exact status code what the customer has decided. If customer has decided 201, then you have to verify 201 here. If it is 200, then it is a bug, not major bug, because at least you are able to create the data. So you have to report this bug to the developer that as per the requirement it is 201 and you are getting 200. Right? Now you can order, you can post the order. You can post the order. Place an order for a pet. You can see the description. Okay. Now I want to get the order by order ID. I want to get the order by order ID. Can you see the description here? You can see it here. It asking order ID is mandatory, right? So guys, quickly tell me how I can map this requirement. Let's give some proper name of this particular request. So tell me what name I can put it here. Based on the action item, what name I can put it here?
Get order
Or
by ID. Yeah.
No,
get
I'm not using get, sir. I'm using post here.
order, create order, or order creation.
Create the order, right? And save. Now I'm moving to the next requirement. Now tell me how I can map this requirement. Tell me.
Get method we have to select. Then
Get method I have to select, right? And then
the URL, base URL, along with that the
URL
resource.
is this one, right? Let me copy this base URL for this server and pass it here. Now tell me what I have to pass.
Then the resources, store,
Resources.
order, and
Okay,
dynamic value is there.
so let me copy this thing. Oh, I'm not able to copy. So let me pass manually. Store and what next? Order
ID.
and order ID. So what
That is
exactly?
a dynamic value. So whichever that
So
order ID created through post, that ID we have to provide here.
Right. So guys, have you noticed one thing? The requirement, the way of representing the requirement is different. But can you see the similarity? The concept is same or not? Agree?
Yes.
Yeah, we get the different requirement, but concept is same to map the thing. So in every requirement we have seen, for the dynamic we are using the curly bracket. Right, in every requirement we have seen, in the real time also. Okay, that's why I have taken the multiple requirement to make the things very clear. In your project, if you get this requirement, you don't have to worry. You can do it. You know that thing. Okay, so what I have to do, store and the store ID. Now tell me where I get it from, this store ID. This store ID where I can take it.
Your last record will give.
You have to say like that. We have created already data order, right? We can take that ID from the post call. This is the exact answer. Okay. So this is the order ID, right? So I will copy this order ID and pass it here, right? I have passed it here. Now,
hello, Vikas.
Yes, sir.
But they are written in that Swagger like for valid ID is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10, something like that in downside. What is that?
For valid
What does that
response,
get?
try user ID with pet ID, order ID. Let's try to execute here. What exactly it means? For valid response, try integer. Got it. I got it. So what I will do here, try it out and pass the, like suppose I am passing this ID which I have used here, which I have created, okay, which I have created. So when I execute this thing, let me execute. It's saying pet ID not get fetch. ID not get fetched. Let me pass 1 and
1
execute.
to 10.
So
1 to 10.
error not found. Okay, let me pass here something like 2 and execute. Order not found. Let me try with 10. Yeah, we get the order. So actually what happened, guys, why they have written this thing here, right? Because this is the, no one can actually, this is the dummy URL, right? The pat store, right? Everyone using for the practice purpose. Okay, when everyone using this for the practice purpose, and multiple data will get created in this server. Agree? If everyone doing this site for the practice, right? Right, guys? Agree or not?
Yes.
Right. So what happened when we are creating the data, it's actually not creating this data into his server. This like dummy, just it will give you the response, actually just give you the response. Okay, so that's why it asking if you want to check this scenario, you can put the value greater than 1 or less than 10 so that you can get the response. But in the real time, we don't have such type of things. This is, to check the response. That's why they have written this thing. Okay. But in the real time, what we have to do, copy this ID, pass this ID here, right? And then you have to connect with the server. Right. Can you see the response? You are able to get the response. Okay. I don't know why it's exactly written here. You can see if I am passing this value here and it getting the error message actually. Here you can see it's showing in the red, but it's working in the Postman. Here you can see. So this requirement you have also mapped. Let's suppose I'm passing some invalid 999. Let's see. Can you see the error message? 404 not found. Right? Right, guys? So when you get the response, now what is the ID? Let me pass the valid one 77. Yeah, this is your pet ID, right? And this is your order ID, ship date and status and the complete, right? Now, guys, tell me what status you have to verify as per the requirement.
200.
200, right? 200 is done. Now you have to verify the response. So guys, tell me, is response is same or not? ID we are getting, pet ID we are getting, quality, quantity we are getting, ship date we are getting, status we are getting, complete we are getting. All the things we are getting here, but data would be the different. Okay, so you can see it here, right? Now this thing we will discuss like 400 404, like when we discuss the HTTP status code. Okay.
Vikas, can you just go up
Mm-hmm.
to the starting? The post is there, no upload image, something is there. The request. Can you open that one post here? Form data. Okay. Here string and here file they have mentioned. No, so file means in which format will be sending it, as a string only or how it is?
Give me a second. Let's check the model here. Okay, import this file to upload additional data, metadata. Let me try to execute. And they have not specified anything, but in the real time, you will get that thing in which format you have to select. Like let me try to execute something like this document. Open. You can see I have uploaded and the pet ID. What is the pet ID? Let me pass this pet ID here. Pet ID here, and let me try to connect with the server. Yeah, you can see it's showing me the error message because we have passed something invalid. Okay, that's why. So we will also look into this. Okay. So
Okay.
let's try to complete the this one. Okay, so you have mapped the requirement successfully. Okay, now coming to the next. Order the delete the order. So tell me how I can map. Give some name here. What name I can put it here, guys? Tell me. What name I have to pass it here for this request?
Get order by ID.
Get an order. Get an order using order ID. Using order ID, right? So select that request, select that folder and save. You can see it here. Okay, now I'm trying to create the other request. Now tell me how I can map this thing where it is delete. So what I have to do it here, guys, quickly. Delete method. right?
Because sorry to ask, like folder is like a test suite, or it's just like a folder only we are creating? What it's significant? Like
You,
when
you
will be
you can consider the collection as a test suite, right? And folder as a test case. And inside
fold
this test case, we have the scenario,
scenarios? Okay.
right? If you map this thing as a UI perspective, so this is your test suite, the collection. This is your test case folder, and inside the folder we have the steps, we have the scenarios. Okay. Now tell me how I can map this thing quickly. Guys, tell me how I can map the delete.
You have to select delete in method
I have
and
selected,
then
and
base URL till
base
order.
URL.
Yeah,
Give me a
till
second. Give me a second. Base URL.
resource
Yeah, and then
resources
store
store
order
order.
ID and author ID. So I
Yeah.
think it is same like the get,
Yes, same.
right? So you
Yes,
have also passed the order ID, right?
yes.
Now what additional? No. Okay. Now let me pass the content header also. Content type. Is there any? No. Let me pass the content type. Content type application JSON and try to call. So guys, you can see the error message 200, right? 200, and if I go here and do the same thing here, for valid response, try integer with positive integer value, negative and non-integer value will generate API error message. Okay. So what I will do, try it out and pass the order ID. So let's try out this order ID. Let me pass and let's see what happened. Pass, and yeah, you can see it here. When I have passed this thing, you are getting 200, right? And now when I'm again trying to delete this thing, you will get the response like that, right? Now when I again delete this thing, can you see the error message here?
Yes.
Why this error message is coming? First time it was 200, in the second time it is 404, not found. Why?
Because that ID don't exist now after deletion.
Exactly. So that ID, that particular order ID is not exist. That's why. Okay. Same thing when I use the get call by using the order ID, you will get this error message. Can you see it here? 404 not found. Right. So this requirement is also working. Right. Clear? Now, similarly, you can map the other requirement also, right? So let's try to map this requirement, this one. Okay, so let me go through the requirement. Give me a second. What exactly this requirement is asking? Let's see. Everything about your pet. This requirement is asking everything you will get using this requirement, and here we can see we have post method. This post method is doing upload an image. This will upload an image to this particular pet ID. Add a new pet to the store. This will add the new pet to the store, right? And update an existing pet, and find the status of the pet, right? And find pet by ID, right? Update a pet in store with form data using the ID. Delete. Guys, requirement is clear. What it basically is asking you, right? If you want to read this thing more, then you have to click on that. Right now, let's try to map this thing. Okay, That's why I told you practice is very important. If you confident in one requirement, you can map any requirement. I have explained you multiple things, multiple requirements, but I would recommend try to make confident in one requirement, then move to the another one. Do not do, you have tried one scenario here, one scenario here, then you will not get the complete information. Similarly, if you very much strong in any language, Java, C Sharp or any language, Python, then other language will be very easy for you. Same situation here. If you map one requirement successfully, then you can also map the another requirement. Okay, so let's try to map this requirement. Okay, now guys, tell me how I can. Let's give some name here for the delete call. What name I can put it here, guys? Tell me quickly. Delete the order, something like that. Correct?
Delete the order by order.
Order, right? And close this all tab. Now I'm creating another request, add request. Now tell me how I can map this thing, this pet requirement. Tell me, post method, right? And I think what is the base URL? Let me try it out. Let me try it out and get the base URL. So this is your base URL, right? I will copy and pass it here, right? Right, guys? Now, what is the resource they are using? Pet. I will pass the pet here. Pet, right? Now, the body. In the body, you have to pass this thing. When you go to the model, you can see the model like that in the real time also. Right? You can see the model. Okay? So, now guys, tell me how I can map this thing. Quickly tell me. Now this is a little bit tough requirement. Now you guys can explain me how I can map one by one. Let's try to map one by one. I have explained you all the things, guys. Now you will help me to map this requirement. Tell me.
First, the JSON object, like
An object, right? I will go here. Give me a second. Yeah, guys, up to whatever I have explained you, that is applicable for any tool. Any tool, Postman, JMeter, SOAP UI, Cypress, right, APZ, any tool which you will use in your project. And one more thing, guys, the additional advances of this course is, if you want to try as a BA person, as a business analyst, right? So this concept will also help for the business analyst, right? So business analyst, they have to also know the requirement and how you have to map the things, right? So this particular things is also useful for the BA person. Okay, so what you have to do,
Vikas, can you tell in Swagger which task we are doing, like in post?
top one, the paid one, this one.
Add a new pet to the store.
Yeah, second one.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, anyone can tell me why I have started from here? Common sense. Apply the common sense. Why I have started from here? Based on by reading this thing. This
first we have to create the pet. Add.
First create, then get, and then.
Right. So why? Because this is also post method. I can also hit this thing, but why I have selected?
ID. But yes, their pet
exactly.
ID is required.
There you need the pet ID, and that pet ID I have to get it from here. Agree? Right?
Yes, yes.
That's why I have started from here. Right? You have to find in the real time, you will get the requirement in the sequence. If you not get the sequence, in which call you have to do, you have to find the way actually. In the real time, you have to find the way how you can do it. Okay, so select the pet post method, right? And I have passed the pet. Now you guys help me to map this requirement. Tell me how I can. This is your parameter. How I can map.
First we will
Guys,
give ID.
today I will take
Category.
15 minutes extra because I have to complete the mapping requirement. So do not leave the class from tomorrow, because I have spent a lot of time behind that. Like almost from 10 classes, I am trying to, passing the information of mapping. Okay. So from tomorrow, I will start the new topic actually. Right. That topic is status code. Right. After that, we will start, after explaining the status code, I will explain how you can start doing the testing. Okay. So I will take 15 minutes more. So do not leave the class.
Category.
Okay, first we have to create body and then go to the
JSON
raw
body.
and go select the JSON here and object now category. Okay,
Category. Can you just
copy
expand
this
it?
category.
Category.
Yeah, let me expand. So category
Again, it is a object.
one by one. Let me do it. And yeah, now tell me category. Now
Object. Object. Again, object. In that.
again object. I have created exactly correct, ma'am. Now tell me
ID.
ID. Okay, ID. I have to pass ID. Okay, ID. And what is the integer? One. Let's suppose I am
One.
passing into. Okay, and next one.
Name. String.
So pass the name here and pass the value. Let's suppose what category name you want to pass. It is an string, right? So you can pass the name as a something test. Category is test. Let's suppose what exactly I'm doing here. I'm trying to order the, sorry, I'm trying to pet. So let's suppose what category you want. Something like dog category or animal category I want. Something like you can pass.
Dog food.
Yeah, you can
Then
pass.
after that object
After,
check closing brace comma. Then
yeah,
next name.
okay, fine. And then
Name.
name, correct, exactly correct. Name,
String.
now string value.
Value we
So
have to pass.
just take dog test. I am passing dog test. I am passing. Okay, and then
Photo URLs. Can you expand that one?
photo URL. Okay,
Again,
let's
it is a
copy this thing. Copy
array.
this thing. Copy this thing and pass it here. Now you can see it here. Array, right? Array. Now
Yes,
tell
array.
me. Now
Something XML. I think this
XML
we
is
have.
their order. We don't know. It is like given string, so we don't know that.
so here you can see the property is name URL. Okay, let me go here and edit and check. Photo URL. It's simply you have to pass the value. In the photo URL, you have to pass only simply URL like that.
Like, but they have given like in array,
Yes.
so there might be more
Array,
data we need to add, no?
Give me a second.
Or-
Tag, so you can, if it is mentioned like here, you can see name photo URL. Okay, so give me use this thing name name and name, suppose dog photo, something like that, dog pic. Okay, and sorry, in the name and the value is photo URL actually. HTTP, right? Dog, something like dog. I have passed. Okay, and it is an array. So if you want to add multiple, then you can add multiple. Okay, now moving. So guys, tell me, who is deciding this array? I have decided to pass.
No, the customer, the client is.
Right. So I think in the previous question, in previous classes, some of the student asked me like, why you are passing array here? Okay, because they want, if you have the multiple URL and you want to store, then that's why they have created the array. Okay. Now the next thing, tag, right? So I will go here and tag. So guys, have you noticed one thing? What is the meaning of this strict symbol?
Required field.
So these all are the required field. If you not pass this thing, you will get the error message. Okay. So comma here and use the another tag. Tag
Tags.
pass. Now again, what is this? Yeah, you can see ID and name you have to pass. Okay. Right.
Because
Yeah.
I have one doubt. In that photo URL,
Mm-hmm.
you are passing inside array. You are passing the properties like in the flower bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Is it required or like directly we can pass it inside the array? Hello. Hello.
Might be some connection issue.
Yes.
Hello. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, now. Yeah. Now.
Earlier we were not able to.
Okay, now it's clear. Now you
Yes.
can hear me, right? Okay, fine. So guys, I think we mapped the things one wrong. Here you can see in the photo URL, it asking string. You have to only pass the string like that. The string of the URL. Okay. So here they are not using the name and the keys and value. Okay. So similarly, we have to just pass the string here. What they have
But
used.
in
Let me check.
next line, yeah. In next line, they have mentioned this.
And let me give me a minute. So what error is, okay, in that case you don't have to pass because this is not an JSON object. Okay, you can see it here in the photo URL. They mention the string only, and they don't have passed the any key here. This is, they have, this is the internal they have mentioned like XML order map name and the photo URL. So ignore this one. Okay, you can have to consider this thing. You can see the array, and inside the array it is an string value. Okay, and if you go to refer the tag, you can see the tag. They have used the curly bracket. They have created the object and they have used the key and value like that.
Okay, because within that array, that photo URLs, it is an array. No, we want to pass more than one value. So how you will be passing? Can you just show me that?
Here you can pass comma and
Comma and then just provide the
and
value another.
provide the value.
But
Okay.
this is without key, because like an array
Yeah,
object
that is without key. But if you are passing with key value, then what it means, sir?
Will be like
That
It
is
should
an
be an object. Object
object,
within object
array
we can
object.
pass.
That is array object, right? Now here it is an string array. String array. So we don't have to pass key and value. This is an string array. So that's why we are passing only value. Okay, the data type is string array. String array. If it is integer, then we have to pass 1 or something like this is an integer array, right? But here the requirement is asking you a string array, right? If you pass the key and value here, then it is an array object. Okay, if you are using array object, then you have to use keys and the value, but here it is an string object. Sorry, string array. Okay, so now moving to the tag, pass the tag here, tag. Now again it is an array, and value is id and the name, right? So
This is
create
within
an object. Yeah, id and id is, let's suppose, 6, and pass the name. What is the name? And pass the value. Tag, let's suppose tag I am passing at the rate something like tag, okay, or taste tag, something you can mention. Okay, now moving to the next one, status. What is the status? You can see it here. They have provided 3 values of the status. Can you see the string value? Enum, available, pending, or sold, right? So what I have to do, after this string array, string object, you have to create one status. Let me copy the exact name, right? I will pass it here. Now colon, and what value I have to pass? Tell me. If I pass anything here, or I have to pass from this 3
within
values?
those 3 values, available, pending, or sold.
Exactly. So let's suppose I'm passing available. Okay, so I pass available. So I have mapped all the things correctly, right? Now if you type Control B, it will arrange your JSON request in in systematic way. Okay, Control B, right? Let's suppose I have written this thing like that, right? If I type Control B, it will get auto arrange. Okay, now done. So you can go here, the ID, category, name, doggy name is like a dog test, and photo URL, tag, available. Okay, and let's try to execute this thing here. Can you see it here? You are able to get the data, right? Same thing we can do it here, and let me select the content type. Okay, content type is already selected, right? And let me try to call. So guys, can you see it here? Right? Data get created with 200, right? And you can verify the response as well. It's similar or not. Any question? No? Then let me save this response. Now tell me what name I have to put it here. Based on the function, based on the functionality, what name I have to put?
Create a new pet.
I can put this name, add a new pet,
add a new
the
pet
store,
to the store.
right? So what I will do, add a new pet, right? Clear? Clear, guys? Now let's suppose I'm giving one creating one folder, move this rename order inside the order folder, so that we have why it's not moving. moved. Now let me create one folder, add folder, give some name. What name I can add? Something like pet. Okay, pet. Okay, and move this thing here. Now you have specified the things, right? By creating the folder, right, guys? Earlier it was mixed, right? Two things, two resource get mixed here, right? Now we have the different resource, right? Now create a new request. Now tell me, uh, similarly you can call the get also. I think you can do it, right? Similarly you can do it get also. Let's try to do it this one. Okay, let's try to do this one. Okay, so you can see it here. What method they are using? Post, right? Post method, right? And what URL is this? This one. Okay, this is the URL, base URL. Okay, let me pass it here. Okay, now what is the resource? Pet ID and upload image, right? So what you will do, what is the pet? I have to pass here pet, and what is the next? Pet ID. So what is the pet ID here, guys? This is your pet ID, right?
On the post.
Copy the pet ID and pass it here, correct? Now one thing is pending. You have to pass upload image, right? So let me pass the exact name, upload image. Right, so you can pass upload image. Right, now you map the URL successfully. Now what you have to do, go to the body, and what are the three property you have to pass? Pet ID, additional metadata, and file. Right, let's check how they are passing. Request body, in the request body, sorry, this is the response. Okay, response body. This is yeah, this is the request URL. Response. Oh, I can make this thing. Let's suppose, and they have not provided any dummy. This is the header. This is the request URL. Okay, description. Okay, let's try to do it. Pet ID. Okay, let's try to create the object. Let's try. I have not used. Let's try. Okay, pet ID. Pass the pet ID here. Clear? And select the JSON here. Okay. Now, what is the pet ID, guys? And what is the type? It ID to update. It is required integer, right? Integer. So I have to pass inside the, not inside the string. Simply I have to pass this value. Okay. Right. Now, additional metadata. What exactly it is? Additional data to pass to the server. Okay, additional data if you want to pass to the server. So let's suppose I'm passing this thing, and here pass this thing, additional data. It asking additional data you want to pass to the server. Okay, let me pass something like test. I want to test the upload feature. Upload feature, something like upload image, test the upload image. Okay, I have passed this additional. File is one property. Let's see it will work or not here. But in the body you can't do it here. You can't do it here. In that case you have to use the form data. Actually, file, and choose file here, and let's suppose any dummy file. Let me check any dummy file or not. Go to the desktop. Let me audio only shortcut. Let's suppose this is one text document. Give me a second. So let me. We can upload. Okay, this document. Let's try to upload. Select file and go to the desktop and new text, upload, file get uploaded, and let's try to run.
I think even previous one was form data, it was mentioned.
Can you see it here? You can see it here. Data get uploaded. This document I have uploaded, and you get the 200. Right. So basically, what happened, guys? In the real time, you will get a scenario where you have to upload the file. Right. So how you can achieve that scenario? So you can't use the raw and the raw here. You can't use the raw and you can pass the property and value, because you need one choose file where you can upload your file. Here you can't upload your file. Okay, so that's why we have selected form data. When you go to the form data, pass the key name. What is the key name? File. Okay, and you will go here and you will see file option. If you go and select here file, you will get this option, select file. Okay, and select that particular file which you want to upload on the server. Okay, upload, and here you have to pass the page ID. So this will upload this particular image, upload inside this particular page ID. You can see it here. You will get the response.
In body, we have to select no file.
In first select body, after then form data. Earlier we were using for the JSON request, we are using raw, RAW, right? Now we have selected form data. Okay, otherwise we have one more things, binary, right? You can also select the file here, binary, and select here, and your file get uploaded, and let's try to connect. Okay, this particular feature is not supporting for this particular service. That's why you are getting unsupported media type error message. Okay, so they are using actually form data. Okay, there are two options to upload the file. Form data, you have to pass the key and select the value as a file, and you can upload the file. So in the requirement, they will provide you which extension file you can upload, either PNG, PDF, doc, whatever, right? Based on that, you have to do the testing. Okay, and the another way to upload the file is binary, right? But for this service, they are not supporting the binary, so that's why it's showing me the error message. So in that case, you can select the form data. Okay, so like that you can upload the image on the that particular server for this particular ID. Okay, similarly you can map other requirement also. Okay, so I have already shared you this Swagger, so please do the practice. I have explained you 4 requirement. The first one was, give me a second. The first one was, where it is. The first one is this one, which I have shared you, already shared, right? Where we are using the different service like GoRest.co in, right? and I have also shared this requirement to you, where we have creating on local JSON server, right? And you can do the practice, right? And the third requirement is GitHub, right? Where we have use the repository, or you can select, you can use any requirement like pool, project, organization for the practice purpose. And the next one is the Swagger. So I have provided you multiple requirement sheet. Now it's up to you, right, how you can do the practice. Okay, so in the tomorrow class we will discuss about the status code. The mapping is completed, right? Now we will discuss about HTTP status code, then we will discuss how we can do the testing. After that we will switch to the automation side. We will also discuss the API security, that is authorization, authentication. After that we will switch to the where automation side. Okay,
Because
so please
you,
do the practice, guys.
can you show that post method again?
Yeah,
That order. In that photo URL actually I need to see.
yeah,
Post
here you have to select form data, post form data.
Before this, there was no
This one?
post method.
Okay, okay, this one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, find this. So in photo URL only array we will use, like only string array.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you have to add multiple requests into a folder, like I've created folder later, and I've already added. I already have a request. So how to add in the folder?
Can you come again? I didn't get you actually.
Yeah. Like I have created multiple requests, and I have only created collection earlier, but within that collection I need to make now folder, like you created pat folder.
Yeah, you can here go to click on the collection, and here is the dotted symbol. Click on and add folder.
Okay. And now I have to
If
add.
you want to create inside the folder, then same. Click on here and add folder. Right? If you want to add inside the child folder, click here and add folder.
Okay. Now I have to add these requests into this new folder. So how to copy and paste?
Go and duplicate.
Okay, duplicate.
Right? Duplicate. Let's suppose I click on duplicate, it will get created with the copy, right? Okay. And wherever you want to move, you can move it.
Drag and drop, no? By drag and dropping in the folder, we can.
Drag and drop. You can first select and do not remove the cursor, and where you want to use, you can drop there. Okay.
So first we need to create a duplicate copy, then only we could do.
Yeah. If you want to use the same request. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So guys, that's it. And one more thing, the performance testing batch I will start in 21 August. Time is 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening time. So if anyone is interested, then please let me know. I will share the registration form and you can register. Okay. Yeah. And 15th August would be the demo class.
What will be the time of demo class?
Same time, 4 to 6 evening. Okay, so if having any problem with 4 to 6, after some of the class, I will move this batch to 12 to 2 o'clock, because my current batch will get finished at that time. So I will move this the new batch to that time, actually 12 to 2 o'clock. Okay. So anyone have been interested to learn performance testing, then let me know. You can drop the message. Okay. So thank you guys. We will meet tomorrow. Please do the practice. Thank you. Bye-bye.